because he's a really funny guy, and you guys are going to love him, so please give a warm welcome to Eric Bowes.
Thank you. It's been a great night so far. You know, I am not a big fan of uninvited house guests. It's true. The other day, I come home, and there's a cockroach sitting on my living room floor, and I'm like, Bernice, I haven't seen you in like 3 months. You know, you can't just show up uninvited. What if my wife was here? She's like, I'm a fucking cockroach. I live by my own rules. That's why we never worked out. So. I've been married for about 2 years now, and thank you very much. I'll tell you what, most people in LA do not clap. They go, what the fuck? You're too young to be married. What do you do? You got the rest of your life. What are you doing being married? It's like, all right, thanks. Thank you for the reminder. Now please let go of my hand, sir. I mean, sometimes my boss is just very inappropriate. But I do have a very beautiful wife. She's very pretty, and she's pretty nice to me sometimes. And people who want to fuck with me, they say, oh, how'd you get her to marry you, huh? And it's simple, you know? I make $35,000 a year. She likes nice things, guys. I'm not saying she's a gold digger, but she ain't fucking around. Money talks, people. Money talks. My wife, she has like 6 jobs. She works all the time. I don't see her very much. And she has 6 jobs because she has multiple personalities. And, you know, in today's day and age, each one has to have a career. But one of my friends said, why would you actively choose to marry someone with multiple personalities? And it's really because my family is Mormon, and it's the most cost-effective way of polygamy. They approve. It's business savvy. Everyone wins. Last week she took me to an adult store, which, oh yeah, that sounds great. No, it was terrible. It was awful. I was so uncomfortable. She had a $50 gift certificate, so let's go to this adult store. And like, I don't like the people in there. I don't know what to touch, where I can sit down. I don't know. I'm uncomfortable. And I told her, I said, this is the last time I'm coming to Crate and Barrel with you. I can't even buy anything for $50. And I don't need more bowls. I have 2 more. Ridiculous. But I am suffering from a case of buyer's remorse. I bought a Coca-Cola as a classic, but I wanted a Coke Zero because it's the same great Coke taste but 0 calories. But, you know, the damage is done. And I just have to live with that choice. Brought to you by Coca-Cola. For my job, I sell sponsorship. I have a friend from Argentina, from Buenos Aires, Argentina. He lives here in Southern California, and he gets pretty frustrated because, you know, he's got a darker complexion, he speaks Spanish, and so everyone just assumes that he's from Uruguay. It's like, wrong side of the Rio de la Plata. Yeah, they're neighbors. They have their own culture and heritage. Kind of racist. I was in Interlaken, Switzerland, which is a beautiful town in Switzerland, and but everywhere I went there was tagging on the walls, and it said the same thing everywhere I went. Fuck racism, equality. Everywhere. Fuck racism, equality. And it really sheds some light on the type of people that the Swiss are. See, in Switzerland, they name their gangs after their core beliefs. And this equality gang was making those racism dudes look like bitches. You know, if I grew up in Switzerland and had to join a gang, I would join equality. Maybe I just never made it to the racism side of the tracks, but they look like chumps to me. I also get frustrated sometimes. I feel like I can't shake my past. Like, people see me and they see this hardcore gangster, you know, who used to sell drugs and tag and get in fights, and it's like, no, I broke away, alright? I got an education, education, got married, got a job. But, you know, sometimes you just can't shake the stereotype. You guys are all thinking, that guy's a fucking gangster. You didn't think that. One of my good friends from high school, he became kind of like a big-time drug dealer. And he's in jail now. But he always had this fat stack of money. And so he had new cars and new clothes. And at the same time, he always wanted to borrow money from me, which I didn't understand. Like one day we were coming home from the mall, and this dude just bought 3 pairs of the same exact all-white Nike Air Force Ones, you know, in case them shits get scuffed. And he's like, yo, dog, I'm gonna need to borrow like 10, 12, like $16. 16 bucks for what? I said, for gas, dude. It's getting expensive, bro. I said, I'm driving. This is my car. What do you think gas money for? Plus, whenever you loan him money, he's like, dog, why would I need to borrow $16 from you, fool? I got $3,000 in my pocket. I have no idea. Have fun in jail, jerk. Give me my money back. When I am running low, like I said, my wife spends a lot of money. So when I'm running low on cash, I don't sell drugs, but I go over to the west side of Hollywood or maybe Beverly Hills, and I post up in front of a bakery, and I just start slinging gluten. Some dude walks up, I'm like, yo man, I got the bomb-ass gluten, bro. He's like, say what? Like, yeah, dog. And you know you're not gonna find any up in there? Read the sign, gluten-free. And the dough just keeps rolling in. But I have a couple rules. Number 1, I never touch the stuff myself. Biggie Smalls always said, never get high on your own supply, and I don't. And I will not. I also never sell gluten to kids. I took way too many antioxidants as a child, and I'm not going to continue that pattern. I'm not going to do it. I live in LA, and I really like LA. I like living there, but I feel like it gets a bad rap. Like today, I'm reading The Economist, and there's an article about the LA River, and they're like, it's not even a river, it's just a slab of concrete with graffiti and a whole lot of hobo piss. And I thought, man, The Economist is sending hobo piss. I actually did read that today. But a couple weeks ago, I'm back visiting my parents, and I see a friend from high school. This dude is missing 3 front teeth. He's addicted to crack because he can't afford OxyContin anymore. And he's living in a tent in the foothills. And so, you know, we're catching up. He's had an exciting life. And he's like, what about you, man? What are you up to? I said, well, you know, I'm living in Los Angeles. And he goes, oh, man, LA? What a fucking shithole, bro. It is no tent in the foothills. Crazy kids. I used to kick it with this rabbit and a skunk. Now keep in mind, this is right after my mom was shot and killed by hunters. That was Bambi. That did not happen. I apologize. But my mom's not dead. She never liked helping me with my math homework growing up. She'd get really frustrated and be like, I don't even know why they're teaching you this stuff. They're just going to switch to the metric system. And it kind of freaked me out because my middle name is Miles, and I really didn't want to switch it to 1.60944 kilometers. Sounds a little too European, if you ask me. American fellows. My mom was kind of a stage mom. She always had me auditioning for series and commercials, and I liked it. It was nice, but I started hanging out with like this rough group of actors, you know, this gang of actors. Next thing I know, this fox gives me a magical elixir, and I become a donkey boy. No, that is a pivotal plot point to Pinocchio. That, again, did not happen. I'm mixing things up. Pivotal plot. I got expelled in 7th grade because of alliteration. Not P's, but B's. Excessive use of the letter B. kind of embarrassing. I was in computer class playing Oregon Trail, killing some bison for the winter. And I'm like talking shit, and my teacher's like, Eric, you need a serious attitude adjustment. And I said, well, Mrs. Birch, you need to stop bending over to Benny Butthole with a banana from Baltimore. And they kicked me out of school for that, because I used the letter B too much. It was not my best moment. I'll end on this. I'm glad I'm out of school. The state of California just passed a bill into law which would require every new history textbook to include gay and lesbian history, which is fine. It's fine if you feel like you need it to be done. I don't think it's necessary. I feel like they already teach gay and lesbian history. See, I'm from California, and I distinctly remember learning about the 1849 gay and lesbian movement, where men from all over the country, they left their wives, they left their children, and they moved to San Francisco in search of glitter and gold. The gold rush is the gayest thing that has happened to this city. Gayer than San Francisco, West Hollywood put together. But if you feel like you need to put it into a law, that's fine. Thank you so much, you guys.
One more time for Eric Bone, everybody.